Well, apparently you can't park there, but it's a bit late now. You could have told me that before. Well, about here is where it all went tits up, really. Well, we are at a place called, I think it was called Black Sand Beach. Seems about right. This video was going to be about grounding the boat, except that somebody threw the GoPro and all the footage that was stored on it over the side of the boat last time they were there. So we lost it all, so now we've lost, yeah, all of that footage, as well as the footage that because Dad and my brother were up there working on the top deck, so they had a whole bunch of footage of that too, which they've also lost. So, but basically, I'll try and walk you through it with, I think we might have a few photos. So yeah, sorry guys, really gutted about it actually. Gutted about losing the GoPro, but I'm more gutted about losing the footage, because the GoPro you can get back. You can buy another GoPro, like I'm filming on this one right now that I've just bought. But yeah, the memories, the footage is the priceless bit, you know, the bit you can't get back really. Well, you know, you've still got your own memories, but the video tells the story. I mean, that's why I started doing these YouTube videos. It's not for YouTube, because, you know, I don't make any money out of YouTube. I'm not monetized or any of that sort of stuff. And that's not, my goal wasn't to be monetized, although it would be nice to help pay for some of it. But the main reason I put all this stuff on the internet was so that I could look back on it. Yeah, so the reason I started doing the videos was because, well, I wanted to remember everything that I've done, you know, like, I don't know, I just think you back in the day we all used to have my grandparents used to have photos, and Mum had photos. I don't really have photos much, and so I feel like this is like the new way of remembering shit. But yeah, the reason I started the whole YouTube channel was, yeah, I was talking with my friend Nick one Christmas a few years ago about, you know, just the whole Christmas break thing really, and how you work all year and then you get like a couple of weeks off over Christmas and you go do all these fun things with your family and all the rest of it, and you get back to work and, you know, a month down the track you can barely remember what you've done, and you forget about all the experiences and all the fun things you did. You just, you know, you're just back to the humdrum. So that's kind of why I started it, so that I could one, show my parents and my family some of the cool places that we've been and what we've been up to, because, you know, why not? And the other was the main reason was so I can remember what I did. And then we bought this boat. So, well, I bought the boat, my brother bought the boat for $1, paid $2. So what do you reckon? Was it a bargain? I think it was a good deal. I'm sure some people might disagree within the family. Nah, it was a good deal. Yeah. So anyway, we're out at, it's not Kaikoura, it's south of Kaikoura. We're just kind of travelling around and having a look. So yeah, so I thought I would go through the what happened with the boat. So obviously you saw we got grounded. We ran aground. The idea was to get the boat in far enough to lean it up against a pole mooring. There's a pole mooring further up in front of the boat, and we were going to drive it in there and then park it lean it up against the pole and tie it off so that it would sit upright. We were about 10-15 meters short of reaching it, and we'd hit the ground, and John starts yelling out, like, basically get it ready to, you know, he's like, basically what we did was we took the anchor, all the anchor rope out, all the anchor chain out of the locker, put it all on the deck, and then at the end of it we attached the main halyard and we hoisted that up to the top of the mast. On it we ran the anchor out to one side, dug the anchor in, and then hoisted it up to the top of the mast. And then on the other side we had a big long rope that we went, luckily there was a rock because my brother forgot to bring the second backup anchor back with him, so it's at his house. But luckily we were close enough to a few big rocks, and we tied some rope around a big rock on the port side and did the same thing, used the spinnaker halyard or whatever it was to attach it. So both ropes or the chain and the rope are attached to the top of the mast. We hoisted it to the top of the mast. That gives you enough leverage to hold the boat up. So as long as you can get it sitting in the middle, then you're good, you know. So that's what we did, and we got it all sorted. We sat on the boat for an hour or so making sure we were right, and then it was tea time, so we shot back to the house, had some food, and while we were in at the house we saw the wee boat that came out as we were coming in. It came back in, and we thought, geez, they're doing bloody well to get in with that, because it's, you know, a few hours after high tide or whatever, and so he must have just got in. But anyway, he had to go past our boat, and when he went past the boat, he didn't see the ropes, and the rope hit the top of his mast. So, but we didn't know any of this at the time, we had no idea. And then we get back out to the boat after tea to have a look at it, and it's sitting slightly on an angle, and we thought, something must have happened, you know, with the rope, the anchors moved or something. But little did we know, when he had gone and hit the top of the rope, it pinged the boat over and pushed it over to one side. So it was a bit dodgy all night. All night we had to sit on that, and I think we checked it at like midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning or something, and then high tide was coming back in at like 4 or 5 or something. So we got back up at 5 and checked on it again and readjusted the ropes, because the next high tide we didn't want to try and move it in the dark. It's pretty hard to try and get it going not in the dark. So yeah, so that's what we did. Then we had to wait all day for the high tide again, and tried to get the boat back off, and she was a bit of a drama getting it off. We didn't, for a minute there I didn't think we were going to get the boat off. I thought the boat was we were going to be stuck there, but we managed to get it off anyway, and we made it back, and all was well in the hood. So that's kind of the footage that you missed out on. The footage was really good too. I'm really gutted about that, but it is what it is. I'm going to move on. Okay, so present day Daryl here. I just sort of clear up a couple of things. So for a start off, we put the chain up, you know, where it gets to the road. We hooked it on there and then hoisted up with the halyard. And secondly, the wee boat, he didn't realise that he hit the rope until we were talking to him the next day when we were trying to float the boat. And thirdly, we beached the boat knowing that consecutively the tides are going to be coming up higher and higher. So we knew that if we didn't get the boat off today, the next day the tide was going to be higher, and the next day will be higher again and higher again. So we might have just had to wait for a few days just to get the boat off. But anyway, I thought I would show you some pictures that I took from the beach. We found a seal, and I got a drone, so here's some drone footage. Sorry, it's pretty much the first time. I haven't really used this drone much actually, but it's pretty cool. Hopefully it adds another dimension to the videos. Oh yeah, and have a look at how much the rudder is swelled up compared to what it used to look like here in this photo. Pretty crazy, yeah. I never thought it would swell up that much. Oh yeah, and the propeller key had been shorn completely in half, so it was due to not being able to get it in and out of gear properly. That smashing it from the forward straight into reverse just broke the bronze. So we've replaced that now, and we've fixed the shifter, so it should be all good. So yeah, now it's just painting the top deck, well not painting, but fiberglassing the top deck, which is what my brother was up to, and my dad. So she's just about ready to go on a wee voyage, hopefully shortly. Probably just going to go to Abel Tasman if we even get that far on the first go. Stay tuned, we'll see what happens. Also, who knows what I'm going to video. I just video whatever I'm up to, so could be something completely unrelated. I guess you'll just have to wait to find out.